Welcome to Cryptopia Cast. I am your host, Laudy, and today we are going to talk to our Chief Information Officer. That's right, we're going to find out exactly how we can utilize data to skyrocket project and more. So stick around and enjoy the show. Welcome back. Like I said, we are interviewing Cryptopia's Chief Information Officer, my good friend from America, Jon Beaulieu. Hi, Jon Beaulieu. Welcome to the show.
Hey Lottie, how you doing?
Doing great. Thank you for asking. Um, let's go ahead and dive into it. Who is Jon Beaulieu and what do you do for Cryptopia?
Well, who am I personally?
Yeah.
I'm American, like you said. I was born in Massachusetts and I live in Maine now. I'm kind of a computer nerd and it's what I've done all my life. And for Cryptopia, I kind of help manage the developers we have in the United States. We only have one right now, but we're hoping to hire a few more.
Absolutely.
I do support, if people have trouble with their crypto issues or MetaMask wallet or the game, the demo, if they're having troubles or a bug or they want to report it, I help with that. Do little partnerships and collaborations with, YouTubers and other crypto games and projects that want to be involved with Cryptopia. Well, and then the Discord, I pretty much run the Discord with a lot of help from moderators and the rest of the team as well. We have a pretty complicated Discord server actually, but it's pretty entertaining, I think. And so then we use some back end software for marketing and stuff like that. I help manage that. I think that about pretty much covers it. Probably forgetting a few things, but that's a good amount.
That's cool. So it seems like you do a lot for Cryptopia. How did you get started with all this? How did you get started with information, with Discord, managing people and crypto and stuff like that?
Well, I've just kind of always been interested in it and like computers and technology, and so I went to a vocational high school for computer information technology.
Mm-hmm.
But then after that, I joined the military and became an electrician. I wish I
Oh,
would have done something in like cybersecurity or something, but I didn't. But all through my life, I've just always it's like a hobby. I like to be on the computer and I like to play with technology type stuff. So I've just kind of always had an interest in it, and luckily enough, I get to do it professionally now.
nice, nice, good for you. So yeah, it looks like that started at a young age, though, right?
Oh yeah, real young. I remember asking my dad begging him to buy us a computer, and then he finally did. And this was back in even before like America Online. You're probably not familiar with it, but it was one of the big ISPs in America back in the day. But even before that, we had like Prodigy, and so that's yeah. From a very young age, I was on the computer constantly.
So what is your advice for people who want to, stick to a path but is somehow veered away by constant distractions and they're unable to focus and lean on that skill or that gift that they had when they were a child all the way to manhood?
Is it
Tr-
backwards?
Trust
It says
yourself. There
I
you
got
go.
this with one of my ledgers, and I keep it right here under my monitor because
Hmm.
you trust yourself and because you know what's best for you, and just listen to your gut.
Absolutely. So yeah, I'm really happy to know that you have something like that with you, and I'm glad that you're bringing that pedigree, that mindset into Cryptopia. Definitely glad to have you on the team. Now, you mentioned that you were in the army. What's that like?
Oh well, I think I mentioned that before. Yeah, I was actually in the Air Force.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was an electrician. I was an aircraft electrician, so I fixed planes basically,
Mm-hmm.
but it didn't really involve uh, too much computer work, but a lot of it actually did, and the computer work it involved was very, very specific and not intuitive. But it was a good experience and a learning experience. And I had plans of making a career of it, but I had some health issues get in the way. So
Mm.
I wound up staying in for about 5.5 years and wound up getting out. But it was a great experience. I'd recommend it.
Mm, nice. Well, in what country are you stationed?
First they sent me to Japan. That was
Hmm.
where I was first stationed, and then I went back to America, to Missouri,
Oh, okay.
Whiteman Air Force Base, where they have the B-2 stealth bombers.
Whoa, that's
Pretty
pretty.
cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. Have you ever, like, touched one?
Yeah, I've been in it.
Oh, nice.
I
So,
haven't flown in it, but I've taxied in it on the runway.
oh, wow, that's pretty good. That's
It's intimidating.
it's
Like you
intimidating.
don't want it. It's like a bull in a china shop times 10. You don't want to touch anything, but you're allowed to.
Right, cool. All right, John. So yeah, thank you very much for your service. How did your experience in the army, prepare you in the world of crypto?
Well, like I say, the computer work was very specific and non-intuitive, and you had to really dive deep into it and very detail oriented. But my job wasn't really working with computers. It was fixing planes,
Mm-hmm.
the electric, the electrical systems and the environmental systems on planes. But doing that, you have to work with people from all over the world with different backgrounds and realize that everybody has something to bring to the table and appreciate that. I think that I learned a lot about revolving around that in the military, how to work with other people better.
Oh, cool. So yeah, I'm interested to know, how did you, from being in the army, going to America in an Air Force base, to meeting Cryptopia? How did that get started? How did that love affair, get started?
Well, so Frank and Hans had a different project a few years ago, and I was an investor in it, and then I became more involved in the community and eventually started working with them.
Mm-hmm.
And a few years went by, and I got a message from Frank after not hearing from him for a little bit, and he started to explain to me this game he's making, and my jaw just kept lowering to the floor. Like, this is so awesome. And he was like, and if do you want to be involved? And I, yes, of course. How
Of
can I be
course.
involved? Please let me be involved. So here we are now, I guess. I think it's been almost 2 years. I think it was like 2020
Yeah.
sometime.
Yeah,
But
I had a similar reaction when I first saw the website of Cryptopia. Usually when I hear NFTs, it's just a bunch of monkeys and pictures, right?
yeah,
A bunch of punk art, pixel arts, right? But
exactly.
to have an actual civilization type game where you gather resources, collect land, build facilities, and all that, and to build it around the blockchain and NFTs, that's very ambitious. It's crazy
Yeah,
talk.
yeah. But it's
But
happening.
it's happening, yeah. That's so it's really exciting for all the folks that are involved with this. So yeah, you talked to Frank, and now that you are working for Cryptopia, could you please explain to the folks listening at home right now, how can how can someone like you leverage data to skyrocket a project like Cryptopia? This was really helpful for people who are just starting out with their own projects and stuff like that. What is your advice to them?
Listen to them. That's the data you want. Listen to the data they tell you. Like, we want to make a game that people are going to enjoy playing, and we need to know their opinion about it.
Mhm.
In order to do that, we can make what our opinion is, but that's not what we want to do. This is a community-based game where we want everyone to be involved. So that data will reveal to us where we can improve in communicating what type of game Cryptopia is, and what areas people aren't understanding that we can better communicate to the public. So because you have to have a clear message out there, or where people will never understand it, and it's a complicated game. It's made to make it all easy, but there's a lot of complicated stuff going on behind the scenes. So you got to effectively communicate that, and you need to know how people understand it to do it.
Absolutely, and that's why um, I like it when a product comes from Kickstarter, right? Because
Right.
it's community funded, and at the same time, the people that um, get the project going collect a lot of information, a lot of feedback from the community that supports it. And so that's the same that similar approach is applied with Cryptopia. So we have a vision, right? So we want to create a blockchain driven game, but at the same time, we want our Discord community to put in their suggestions. We want to hear
Yeah.
their voice, and that's why our Discord community is very important to us. And so, with that being said, as you mentioned earlier that you are the Discord manager, so to speak, like the big honcho of our Discord community right now. What parts of our Discord community are you really proud of?
That's a good question. Yeah, I'm proud of the growth we've seen and how the moderators have handled it, and just how everyone's worked together and effectively as a team. And yeah, I'm proud of the bots and stuff too. But that is what it is. That's kind of behind the scenes. Like, they should be there doing what they're doing, and nobody should notice, basically. And so I think they're doing that. So that I'm proud of that.
So yeah,
uh,
speaking of the bots being behind the scenes, let's go ahead and take them out of there, put them right front and center. So how do you exactly create these bots? Is there like a design concept that you're following when it comes to Discord bots?
but most of the bots that we use are already made, and they just have
Mm-hmm.
to be set up and configured. But there is a little bit of bots that I make on my own, and you have to get into the Discord developer portal, and then there's different ways you can do it, different programming languages. I use Python,
Oh
but to
wow.
be honest, my bots don't really do much in the channel other than tell me stuff. The main bots we use are the other ones. And when I say bots, it's also the bots on the web page too. There's a couple bots we're going to have on the web page, like
Oh,
chat bots coming out.
nice, nice. That's
So
really
that'll be
cool.
cool. Yeah.
And that's like there's like a chat box on the up lower right corner, right?
Yeah, exactly. One of those,
Yeah.
exactly.
Help bots. All right, cool.
So it's not going to come up and bug you, but if you want, you can chat with it, get some help. It's
It's
not going to
annoying
annoy you.
sometimes, right? It's like gonna pop up on
Yeah,
on a major
no.
part of the screen. So yeah, good, good. So right now, I just wanna, as a person that has been with crypto in the crypto scene for a long time now, not really a long time, but what is the biggest misconception of people who are not into crypto, right? About people that are in crypto.
They probably think that we're all arrogant and full of ourselves because we know it all and we told you so. And but I'll sit right here and tell you I don't know it all. I couldn't understand, but I know a fair bit, and I respect a lot when somebody will tell me that they don't know. They don't know, instead of just coming up with an answer that they think is right. Like, I don't know. So I think that a big misconception that they think we're all like crypto bros, or
Crypto bros.
what, but we're just regular people. I don't know.
Yeah, because I've seen a picture. I don't know if you've seen it, where there are two pictures, right? One picture is like an office setup where there's a desk, there's a computer, and then there's a bunch of paperwork, And then another picture where it's a dirty old room. It's like a teenager's room, and there's a lot of laundry everywhere, and there's like a computer. And and then the caption would be, in 2000 or the 90s, this is the typical workplace. And then the other one is in 2020, this is the workplace of millionaires.
Right.
So yeah, so it's really a different genre right now where young people, especially that are getting started into crypto, that have bought young and right now are adults, young adults to be more specific, are
Right.
richer than people who put in a lot of years into the office industry, and doing a lot of paperwork. And do you think it's unfair for for the older generation right now, looking at these young NFT crypto people? Do you think it's unfair for them? What is your take on that?
No, I understand how they could feel it's unfair, but they had the same opportunities as everybody else. And a lot of us young people also have other jobs, and did this on the side, and it built up to be a full-time thing. Like when I was still an electrician when I started all of this, working inside of a big transformer box and, on my phone looking up crypto stuff. But you just do what you got to do. Everybody has the same opportunity. It's online, unless you're, got behind a great firewall of wherever or something. Everybody has access to the internet, the same internet. So no, I don't think it's unfair.
Well
I
said.
think it's a revolutionary thing, and it happened when it happened, and there's nothing you can do to change that. That's not unfair. That's just the way it is.
All right. Yeah. No. Um, let's go ahead and dig deeper into Cryptopia. Okay. So right now, Cryptopia has not yet launched. It is near launch, Q3 of 2022. What is your advice for the people that are not really investing their time in learning about Cryptopia? What is your advice for people that are still hesitating to join the revolution that is Cryptopia?
Well, I would have to know the reason for their hesitation, but I would, you know, to them, I would say it's not going to cost you anything to try it, and you could actually make something while doing it. You have nothing to lose. It's going to be a fun experience. It's a game that, even if you weren't interested in crypto, you could have fun playing this game. Like, even if I wasn't interested in crypto, this is an interesting game to me. It
Yeah.
looks like a fun game to play, and that's what we want. So, uh, for people who are hesitant, I would just say to do a little bit more research or join our Discord and ask some questions, because we can definitely answer them and help.
So yeah, thank you very much, John. I'm really happy that you hopped in, shared a few of your knowledge and your wisdom to our listeners right now. I know that you're very busy. Do you have any final words for our audience?
No, just do join our Discord and get involved with the community. And I truly think that you'll enjoy it.
Wise words from John. And with that being said, thank you very much for listening in. See you in the next week's video.
Thanks, Audi.
Yes, sir. Bye, guys.
Peace. And I was like, wow, Devesh, his was a half an hour long, and Matt was like a 45 minutes. Mine is going to be like 10 minutes long, but I think we did okay, right?